After going through 22 sessions of 10s closing in the 280s, that all changed. Part of the catalyst, at least I believe, is the banking system, not only in Europe, but in Japan, with their policy meeting at the end of the month and QE off the charts there. How do you put the pieces together?
Well, Rick, there's been stories that have been going around that the Bank of Japan is about to change their guidance and allow rates to rise a little bit. This caught the people that had the flatteners in the U.S. off sides. So you saw a dramatic steepening of 2s, 10s, and 5s, 30s. And you blew right through that 288, 289, 290 level, and you're now around 296. We see the 10-year with support at 303. But in reality, for the market to really get out of control, you've got to go and break that 322 level in the long bond. And I don't see that happening this time around. And I don't see the Japanese actually following through next week. So we'll have to wait and see when the bounce comes.
You know, and that's an interesting thought, because I'm not sure they're going to put the white flag up on crisis era type QE plus, because it's even more. It's more than any other central bank has done. So the real issue then becomes, and I've said this all along, is that the world is going to push on the central bank, and the markets are going to push on their policy. How will cracks show up if they continue to only tinker around the edges on removing their massive stimulus?
Well, Rick, I think the Federal Reserve is going to continue to raise rates, regardless of what the president may want or not want them to do. And I think that it's eventually going to break. I really don't have a lot of respect for where we stand with the ECB. I still don't like $9+ trillion of negative rates. And I think one of the things the ECB has done is it's just weakened their banking system. If you now look at the top 5 banks in market value in Europe, they don't even equate to what Wells or Wells or Bank of America or JP are. I mean, it's horrible. They can't make money.
And finally, you know, being agnostic about the policy, it certainly seems to me that all the trade issues are largely ignored by the market. So as a past trader, the only thing I can think of is, if resolution comes, is that going to be a tailwind? Your last thought.
Yeah, Rick, I think it will be somewhat of a tailwind. You know, the question is exactly how it's going to come. Right now, you're seeing the Chinese using this as cover to devalue their currency and to lower rates internally and to try to kick up their economy domestically. So we don't know exactly how it's going to turn out, but I don't think it's going to be good for the equity markets long term, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yep, test tube growth never seems to be exactly what it is meant to be in the end.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.